Now, what do grilled chicken, hotel rooms, and Wall Street have in common? It sounds like a strange combination, almost like a riddle with no answer. But behind that question is one of the most surprising business stories to ever come out of Southeast Asia. A story started with a single food store on a sidewalk, built by a young man with no fancy background and no powerful connections, and somehow grew it into a billion-peso real estate empire with global ambitions. And now, that empire isn't just growing in the Philippines, it's making moves in Tokyo, Madrid, California, and Dubai. But not through luxury or big celebrity names, but through something much more calculated. Uniform hotel rooms, a franchise ownership model, and a system built to be copied again and again in city after city. And now, this same country, built from the bones of a local grilled chicken chain, has gone public on the Nasdaq stock exchange. And how did this happen? How does a hotel brand called Hotel 101 end up offering franchise rooms to everyday people around the world? Let's go back to first where it all began. So in 2003 in Iloilo City, Philippines, a young entrepreneur named Injap Sia opened a small grilled chicken restaurant with a simple idea. Serve affordable Philippine barbecue fast to keep the flavor close to home. He called it Mang Inasal, and unlike other fast food chains at the time, this one served rice wrapped in banana leaves and grilled chicken cooked the traditional way, smoky and hot off the grill. But Injap wasn't thinking small. He designed the restaurant to be easy to copy, easy to run, and easy to grow. He didn't chase trendiness, he chased systems. And in just a few short years, Mang Inasal expanded across the country. By 2010, it had over 300 branches. And that same year, Jollibee Food Corporations, the largest fast food chain in the Philippines, took notice. They acquired Mang Inasal for about 3 billion pesos, which is roughly about 60 million US dollars, a deal that made Injap one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the Philippines. And just a few years later, they bought the remaining 30% for another 2 billion pesos, fully absorbing the brand into their empire while cementing Injap's legacy as a builder of value from the ground up. But that wasn't his exit, it was just his starting point. Mang Inasal buyout complete, Injap didn't relax. He teamed up with Jollibee founder Tony Tan, and together they started Double Dragon Properties Corporation in 2012. And the goal was clear: build a nationwide real estate company with large-scale developments across malls, office spaces, warehouses, and hotels. This wasn't just a passion project. Injap believed that the same system that helped him scale a fast food chain would work in real estate. But instead of cooking chicken, he was now building properties. But the mindset was the same: make each project simple, scalable, and repeatable. And in 2014, Double Dragon went public on the Philippine Stock Exchange. Within a few years, they opened city malls across provinces, building logistics hubs, and entering commercial leasing. But there was one project in their portfolio that started to stand out: a new hotel brand with a strange name and an even stranger business model. That project would soon become Hotel 101. Now, while most hotel brands compete on design, luxury, and experience, Hotel 101 went in the completely opposite direction. Every room had the same layout, the same size, and the same furniture. But this wasn't laziness, it was strategy. Hotel 101 was designed like a machine, not a museum. Every unit could be built faster, every staff member could be trained quickly, every guest knew what to expect, no matter which branch or which city they visited. And behind this simplicity was something much more powerful: a business model that allowed regular people to invest in hotel rooms. But unlike traditional real estate where you buy a condo to live in and rent it out, Hotel 101 lets buyers purchase a unit, turn it over to the management team, and earn a share of the total revenue, but not based on whether their specific unit was occupied, but from the earnings of the entire hotel. It's like owning a small piece of a franchise, but instead of selling burgers, your asset is earning from travelers night after night without you lifting a finger. And the secret to Hotel 101's appeal is that it removes the biggest risk of owning property. You don't need to find tenants, you don't need to deal with maintenance, and you don't need to chase down rent. And you don't worry about competition because your earnings don't depend on whether your specific room gets booked. All owners are part of a pool, and every time a guest stays at the hotel, the revenue goes into that pool, and every unit owner receives a share, evenly distributed. Hotel 101 manages everything from housekeeping to the front desk to online booking platforms. It's passive income that acts more like owning shares in the business than traditional property ownership. And that's why it became especially popular among overseas Filipino workers, small investors, and entrepreneurs looking for hands-free returns. It's franchising logic applied to real estate. A system that doesn't need your time, your skills, or your daily presence, yet you still earn as the business grows. And on 1st July 2025, Hotel 101 Global, a subsidiary of Double Dragon, successfully listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Now, it's the only Philippine bond company to ever go public on Nasdaq to date, and that milestone didn't just raise eyebrows, it marked a monument in history for Philippine entrepreneurship. And this wasn't a stunt. It was a serious move to raise international capital and expand Hotel 101's system to major global cities like Tokyo, Madrid, Dubai, and more. And each location would follow the same blueprint: uniform rooms, centralized booking, shared income pool, and investor units for sale to the public. And by keeping everything standard, from room designs to operations, Hotel 101 could scale quickly, build faster, and maintain consistent margins. They weren't chasing boutique luxury, they were chasing duplication. And it's the same principle that powered McDonald's and Jollibee: build one system that works and then repeat it across borders. The Nasdaq IPO wasn't just about prestige, it's about showing that a Philippine hotel brand could compete in the world's biggest markets using a local system that made sense globally. Most hotel chains suffer when they try to expand into different regions. Construction costs rise, cultural difference require design changes. Labor costs may vary as well. But Hotel 101 avoids many of these problems because it doesn't bend for variety. Each unit is prefabricated in design, each project follows the same timeline and cost structure. And every building operates under the same brand rules. This cuts down development time, limits surprises, and keeps investor confidence high. And since owners are not the operators, the brand retains full control of operations, guest experience, and pricing. And that consistency leads to better reviews, better occupancy, and stronger long-term returns. In short, the system protects itself. And this story isn't about hotels or stock listings. It's about how the mindset of systems, scale, and simplicity can change the game for entrepreneurs. Injak took what he learned from running Mang Inasal and applied it to malls, warehouses, and eventually international hotels. He didn't overcomplicate the product. He made the process stronger. He didn't build one perfect store or one perfect hotel. He built a system that could build 100 more. Now, Hotel 101 is offering that same system to the world, not only to travelers, but small investors who want to own a piece of something global, stable, and growing. And that's a win for franchising, and that's a win for the Philippines. So from a grill in Iloilo to Nasdaq in New York, the path wasn't paved with venture capital or celebrity endorsements. It was built brick by brick, unit by unit, using a local idea stretched across the global map. And that's what makes Hotel 101 different. So whether you're an investor, an aspiring franchise owner, or someone who's still figuring out their first move, this story proves that big opportunities don't always come from big cities. Sometimes they start with a piece of chicken, a little courage, and a business model that refuses to stay small. Hotel 101 is still growing. More cities are coming, more units are being offered, and more regular people will get a chance to own a little piece of something that no longer feels so far away. So guys, let me know which company you think will be the next to be listed on Nasdaq or even New York Stock Exchange. Let me know in the comments below and give us a thumbs up as well. And if you learned anything valuable, do share this video with someone who dreams of turning their business into a franchise. And when you subscribe, you can expect to get more stories where we go deeper than headlines and show you the real playbook behind modern business empire. Now, thanks for watching. I'm Aaron from The Art of Franchising, and I'm here to help you dominate the competition.